Hey everyone, how's it going? Hopefully you're doing well. Welcome to another somewhat lovely day here in Auckland, New Zealand. Friday Arvo, bit overcast. Gonna have a chat, just find a seat. See a couple over there. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Alright. Just checking everything. Usually the first couple of minutes of the live stream is you just figuring out things, checking the stream, making sure we're streaming to Twitch, Kick and YouTube. A couple of things like that, checking our audio, which appears we may not be using the wireless mic. Testing, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, that's what it sounds like. Grab a seat over here. They've got some benches, but the seats all look a bit wet. How are we all doing? We're doing well, I hope. I'm still a bit sick from, we may be up to week 3 now, 2, 3. I've been under the weather. Still a bit croaky. But I want to cover today's topic. That looks fairly dry, but dirty, the seat over here. Those seats look dirty as. Okay, we'll find somewhere. How about these seats? So if you happen to be watching live, please jump into chat, say hi, don't be shy. Just as we get things ready for the stream, and we'll check our audio, find out what's happening there. Alright, the seat looks alright. Oh no, wait. Got some more seats over here. There were some folks sitting down, so hopefully they're dry. Okay, they look okay. So I'll grab a seat over here then. Ah yeah, this one looks okay. This one, move over a little bit. Nah, not like that either. Okay. Let's just sit here for now. Okay. Also try and fix our audio. So give me a second. Just gonna go into the settings. Let's do a screen share while we're at it. Should be screen sharing. Let me have a look. Yep, that looks okay. Let's see, so settings, audio. Bottom. So we should be using the bottom mic of the iPhone. So we should be using the bottom mic of the iPhone. I'm going to switch it back to R10P. Let's see if that improves things. Listening to the preview. Okay, I think we're good now. So phone down here. How's that audio? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I think we're good. Turn off the screen share. So it just looked like we needed to toggle a couple of things on and off just to rejig the audio. I did install an update, the latest version of Test Flight Mobile. I think we're up to 33.4 point something. Now, what actual version are we on? All the details in terms of what I'm using today, the settings and everything will be in the YouTube live description. So if you did want to pop over there, either now or later, watching the VOD back, then you'll be able to see those details. Okay, test flight says we're on version 33.4.0, build number 19. Okay, so for anyone who may be new to my live streams, my name's Cliff, live streamer for Auckland, New Zealand. We are here in Auckland, and a lot of my streams are about live streaming, how to live stream, the setups that I test for you, whether it be hardware or software. And today we're using my oldest setup, which is my self-hosted one. And that's where I stream essentially from a phone back to my computer at home. My computer at home is streaming to the platforms, in this case Twitch, Kick and YouTube. Gear today we have the DJi Action 4. That is our video. Our audio is the DJi mic mini. As you can see, big difference when you go from the internal mic of a phone where you can pick up a lot of ambient noise versus a wireless mic like what I'm using right now. I have changed the position. We've got it here close to my neck. Usually I don't like it in this position because you get, what do they call it? Chin shadow. I forgot the technical name for it. But basically, if your mic is below your chin is kind of blocking the audio, so the audio can sound a bit muffled. Now, as it is, I usually have my mic under my hoodie, under my top, whatever I'm wearing. So that's one sort of level of blocking. But by having it close to my chin, there is a barrier of sorts. And I didn't want to have it too low below, beneath my chin. So I'm hoping it's okay here. With it being autumn now here in down underland, it's a lot cooler, so I can't get away with just the hoodie I was wearing a couple of weeks ago. I need to wear extra layers. Probably why I got sick. So I actually prefer to have my mic around here in this area of my chest. And I think it works well there because I usually hold my camera, whatever it is, Action for my iPhone S20 Ultra, in my right hand. So I'm usually facing in this direction. So when I speak in that direction, then my head's facing this way, better for audio and everything. So that's what I found, the way that I live stream, better audio that way. As soon as I move it anywhere else, if I start doing this, then it's not picking up the good audio, if you know what I mean. So that's one little tip for you folks if you want to try and improve the audio. And, well, it depends if you hold your camera or whatever in this arm, like what I do. Yeah, so because I can't really put it here because you've got the layer of my hood, my vest that I'm wearing today, plus it's under my hoodie and everything, it actually gets quite muffled. So I thought I'd try putting it here instead, closer to the middle, but not quite to the middle. I am hearing some scruffling noises. So I think when it's here, it is flatter and I don't move as much. Probably because I have all this other stuff here in the way as well. So I'm going to listen to the preview, keep tabs on it, and then we'll see if we want to move it. But I'm probably going to have to switch to mic 2. Because with the mic 2, I can use a lavalier mic, the Rode lavalier, or Rode lavalier Go, that one in particular. So it can just attach to this. The mic mini is a bit thin to clamp on here, and I feel like as if it's just going to pop off. So yes, DJi Action 4 for our video. We've got the mic mini for our audio. Under here, different placements, so we'll see if we'll change it. We've got the S20 Ultra as the mobile hotspot. That's in my pocket. And what else? That is our setup today. And I wanted to come to the same place that we were at, I think a week ago, with the Pocket 3. Went to have a look at the public art that's here called, what is it called? I think it's called Airship Orchestra, something like that. Check out the YouTube live description for the details. So I'll have some kind of comparison between low light performance of the Action 4 and the Pocket 3. I'm thinking Action 4 will fail. I mean, it's great in good light, but as soon as you get into low light, it starts to suffer. Unless you've got it in a situation like I have it right now, where it's stationary, not moving, then it's fine. But as soon as you start moving around, shaking the camera around and everything, the stabilization in the Action 4 starts to fall apart. So you really need a gimbal or something like that to help the electronic stabilization. But yeah, I figured we would give it a go. I've dialed in the settings as best I can. So as long as we've got some decent amount of light, the Action 4 should be okay. And I think as long as you don't focus too much on what's happening in the background, maybe in this case you might want to see what's happening with the ambient lights. Look out for what I call ghosting, and that's where the ambient light starts to get all fuzzy. Okay. Just before I started streaming, I checked the details and it looked like I had changed a few things. I was on H.264, but I've actually swapped it back to H.265. I don't know if we were using that last week or if it was a decision I made in between that stream and this one. I thought I'd go back to H.265 because I was having some connectivity issues before starting. So the RTMP and my stream were both struggling. I'll just show you. Now in the top right hand corner of my screen share, you should be able to see some details. So if we go from top to bottom, you'll see a value that's around 6.6 megabits per second, 6.5, something like that. So have a look at that. That is the ingest. That is the video stream from the Action 4 into my iPhone. Now I've set that at 6. As long as it's above 6, we shouldn't have any frame drops or any glitching. So that's one number I recommend you look at when you're got a setup like this using Moblin on iPhone. And then below that you'll see another value which is 6 megabits. That is the stream out of the iPhone. So we've got a couple of things here that are wireless. We've got the microphone wireless into the Action 4. We've got the Action 4 wireless to the S20 Ultra to the iPhone, and then from the iPhone out. So that first value is 6.5, 6 point something. That is between the Action 4 into the iPhone. So as long as it's above 6, great, good. No frame drops. The other one below there, as long as that's above 6, then that's the overall stream. So it's combining the Action 4 video, audio, everything that you can see, the screen share and everything. So that, all of that going out of the iPhone to a service called BallotBox Cloud and then back into my computer at home. So as long as both of those stay above 6, we're good. As soon as one of them or both of them start dropping, then we're in trouble. It's something that I've been sort of monitoring to see, when are those starting to play up? What can I do? Maybe change position or turn some things on, off, that kind of thing. Okay, so the main topic for today, let's get into that. And that is, do you need an SD card to IRL live stream? Now this was brought up as a comment on one of my YouTube videos. Let me try and bring that up for you. I've been trying to record a video, but it's been difficult because I've been so sick. And also, I need the right conditions in order to record a video as well, which it just timing hasn't been good. Alright. Oh my god, it's so noisy. Okay, almost there, almost there. Give me a second, guys. Just need to find the comment. Alright, okay, found it. And let's see. Try and do a screen share again. Checking the preview. Okay. So I really like questions from Elena the Explorer. Hey Cliff, thanks for the video. This is my video on the DJi Action 4 best settings for IRL. Is an SD card necessary during a live stream? Can you stream using just the internal storage, or is an SD card required? Also, the video doesn't get recorded on the camera during the stream, right? So there's a couple of questions in that comment that I felt could come up later. There's a SD card storage, backups, that kind of thing. They have come up a couple of times in the last couple of years that I've been streaming and sharing videos to YouTube. So I thought, hey, let's make a video on it. The idea was to record a quick Q&A video. But not long after replying to that comment, that's when I got sick, household got sick, everyone was sick. Then we had a cyclone run through Auckland, so I couldn't get out and record anything, and just one thing after the other basically. And I still plan on making the videos, so stay tuned for that. When I say I'm going to make a video on something, it might take a while. It could be a couple of days, could be a couple of weeks, could be months. But I try and get onto them fairly quickly, and I do plan on doing this. So let's address the very first, and I think there's a third question in there, and that's about, do you need an SD card in order to live stream? And also, is an SD card required? So to reply to both of those questions, no, you don't need an SD card. That's pretty straightforward. You can live stream without one, and in fact, when I first got the Action 4, I didn't have a spare micro SD card to put into this camera. So I just tried streaming with it without one, and totally fine. So if you were wondering, do you have to get one, or maybe you should wait, or you can't live stream until you got the micro SD card, you don't have to do that. You can just stream without one. So let's move on to the next question there, and that is, can you stream using just the internal storage? Now with this particular model, the Action 4 doesn't have any internal storage. They've only started doing that in newer models. The Pocket 3, Pocket 4, they both have internal. Oh, actually, I don't think the Pocket 3 has internal storage. The Pocket 4 does, I believe. Check all these details online. I believe the Pocket 4 has 107 gigabytes of internal storage. This camera, the Action 4, does not have internal storage. All of these devices, I believe, they have support for a micro SD card. So, you can extend the storage or add storage to the camera if you don't. If you need that. And I think, and maybe I should bring up the DJi website, the 5 Pro and the 6, that's the DJi 5 Pro and the DJi Action 6, excuse me, they do have internal storage. So check your model, whichever one you have. At the moment, I recommend still the Action 4 if you're wanting to live stream, because it's been the most stable that I've seen online and amongst my peers who have various cameras. This one just works via R10P, which is how I'm using it today, or if you use it webcam mode, UVC, or USB, UVC, webcam mode, almost every mode, the Action 4 is really reliable, whereas some of them, they might be okay at first, but then there could be some drift between the video and audio issues, connectivity issues, various things like that. So that's where the Action 4 is still recommended amongst my peers, me, as a live stream camera. Alright, so moving on in terms of the questions here. Also, the video doesn't get recorded on the camera during the stream, right? So I believe what Elena is asking there is, let's say if you do have an SD card in there, you go live, is it going to record straight away as soon as you go live? Now, to answer that question, now I do have an SD card in my camera, but it won't record anything unless I actively press a button on the top. So the Action 4 has a very noticeable button on the top. It's got like a red marking on there. So when you press that button, it'll start recording. And there have been a few times when, as a live streamer, I'm going into a situation where I think, oh, you know what? I think the internet's going to be a bit iffy here. Maybe I should record just in case. I have a very clean video recording with the SD card, and then if I need to reuse that for anything, then I've got that backup recording. And I know some people who actually record everything, but and you can do that as long as you've got the storage space for it. I don't. I've got very limited storage space. I'm always running out. But I recently bought a what do you call it, external storage, and then starting to run out of that as well. So what I do when I go out live stream, especially when, like one example, when I was in Seoul, South Korea, there was a performance on at one of the, let me just turn down my audio. One of the I've forgotten the word. I'm lost for words. So there was a performance at one of the sharks. Anyway, there was a performance, and I thought, oh, you know what? My internet's a little rough. It's okay at the moment, but I think I should record this performance because it looked awesome. So I pressed the button on the top, and sure enough, not too long after that, the internet cut out. And fortunately, I was recording because I could then use that recording later on in one of my videos, and that is in one of my videos around that time. There's another example when I live streamed for New Year's Eve here in Auckland. The amount of viewers that were in that stream was amazing. It was really cool, everyone vibing off what we were doing here in Auckland. But just before midnight, which is what everyone was waiting for to say Happy New Year, my internet died. Now, fortunately, I pressed record and I did capture the fireworks and everything. Fortunately, kind of missing the moment for everyone who wanted to see it live, be there for it live. But at least I had something that I could share later on. Still bummed out about that. But, there have been various other situations like that where I thought, ooh, maybe I should press that button, record just this really key moment, and then if I need to, I can share that online later, that kind of thing. So that's where, do you need an SD card? No, but there are times when it could be really important. So that's why I would recommend getting one, and why I, in fact, have an SD card in my Action 4, like right now. So what I would like to do is to show you, give you an example. Let's try. I'm going to grab a seat over here. How are we doing? So thank you, Elena the Explorer, for the comment. There's more to this than just an SD card. Excuse me. I'm okay. And so while you can record with the Action 4 and a micro SD card if you want, there are other ways of making a backup, which I thought I could cover today, or at least talk about. Okay, let's try something. So turn this around. I'm going to put you guys on this little mini tripod. So you're going to be looking over there for a little bit. I don't have a way of I won't have a selfie camera while we're doing it. Now I'm going to try and switch to the back camera of my iPhone. Give me a moment while I do that. Now, is that working? Okay, so I don't know, because the little preview for me has stopped working. I'm going to assume that everything's okay, that we're using the RTMP audio from the Action 4. Now for you guys, you should be able to see it. Let's see. We've got in the larger camera, that is the back camera of the iPhone, and then over here, let's see, there is a delay. We have the view of the Action 4. Now I could sync these up, but I don't think it's that important. We're just going to go with what we've got here. Now I'm going to unlock the Action 4. You can see that we are live. We've been live for 36 minutes. We've got our microphone connected, the mic mini up here with the green bar. Let's see, if we did one in the stream, you could do it from the Action 4 with that little button in the bottom left hand corner. You got the zoom, which I don't recommend with the Action 4. And then we have some settings that we can have a look at. Now up here, top left hand corner, we have our SD card and how much of a recording we could do. And it says about 27 minutes 4 seconds. That's how much remaining storage we've got on the SD card. Now with this cage that I'm using, I've got access to the port. So I can just slide this little button down, and then we can swipe up, and in here we've got the battery. Now we also have our slot for our card. Now I can just press. Maybe we should switch cameras. Let's see. Gonna go this way, and then let's add a scene widget. Actually, I think you do need to see what I'm doing. So, okay, yeah. Go back over here. Okay, let's try that again. There's the SD card that's in there. I'm going to press hold, and I think we can pull it out. So no SD card in it. As you can see, there was no interruption to our stream in the bottom left hand corner. Our stream is running just fine. So I'm going to tap on the back, and now you'll notice that there's a little error message in the top left hand corner that says no SD card. I think it used to be a bit more, I don't want to say annoying, but yeah, it was distracting. And so I think that's the market route. It was a lot more distracting because I think right in the middle it said no SD card, and they've updated, so it's just off to the top left hand side here instead, which is a lot cleaner, I think. And as you could see, it caused no interruption to the video or audio, which is one really nice thing about the Action 4. Whenever you do something, like if I was to plug in power to keep the Action 4 charged, then there's no interruption. Taking the SD card out, there's no interruption. When I hot-swap a battery, so if I was to plug in a charging cable into the Action 4, take the battery that's in there out, put in a new one, and then unplug the charging cable, no interruption to the video audio. So that's where the Action 4 has been really strong for me. So no issues at all. Whereas with certain other combinations of gear, the audio would cut out. Maybe you'd have to stop streaming in order to switch from one thing to the other. The Action 4 has been really great as a streaming camera in that way. So just to turn the screen back on, no SD card, we are live streaming, no problems at all with that. Now the SD card that I have, and I might put a link in the YouTube live description later if you did want to pick one of these up. It's this brand here called SanDisk Extreme Pro. This is a 64GB card, and I think when it's empty, I get, now I forget if it's a 1 or 2 hours, something like that. It all depends on your settings, what frame rate you record, what resolution, everything. I believe that the Action 4 records the same resolution, bitrate, or whatever that you're live streaming, so you can't set it to a higher resolution, etc. for the internal recording, which is a shame. It'd be great if you could do 4K recording but live stream 1080p. I haven't actually tested that, so I don't know. I'm not sure, but I think that it just duplicates whatever you're live streaming. And I believe the Action cameras, they have a hard limit of 1080p anyway, so perhaps it just fixes everything to 1080p, including the recording. Okay, so yeah, this brand has been really good for me when using a photography camera. I've never had any problems with this brand and that model, is that the word? So SanDisk Extreme Pro, the black and red color SD cards, they've been really, really good. Super reliable, no issues at all. And this one in particular has good read and write speeds. So if you were looking for one, I'd go for this. And you could go with higher storage. I actually have learned since I last got some 128GB SD cards, that's kind of overkill. So because you start burning through more memory, because you know you've got more storage, then your tendency is to record more. And then I found that I was running out of storage because of the bigger cards. So this sort of limits things for me, and 64 gigs I've found is a lot. It's heaps. Because usually, as I mentioned earlier, you just do things in bursts. So you might record a performance here and there. That could be 10 minutes, half an hour, that's fine. So we're going to grab that SD card, pop it back into the camera, keep an eye on the bottom left-hand corner, and I think it goes in this way. So just slot that in, or maybe the other way. I think that's in there now. So there's our SD card. Going to close this door and then close that one. Now this is just to go over this cage again, this is from Smorg. and it's got a little magnetic side. I did an unboxing of this a little while ago. So if you have a light like I do, or anything attachment that will fix to the other side, and you know, it'll just snap on like so. Press the button, snap it back on, turn the light on. Yeah. Press and hold, turn the light off. Release. You've got cold shoe on the top. If you wanted to put something in there, maybe a wireless mic, like the older Rode wireless mics, or whatever, a light that will slide into the top, a mic, yeah. So basically all sorts of attachments could go into that cold shoe. We've got the recording button there. So let's do a recording demo. We do have the SD card in the camera now. So if we did want to record something, let's say something really cool was on right now, then you could just press the record button, keep an eye on what's happening up here. So I've got the little light and the counter counting up as to how much whatever we're recording. So you just record, keep an ear out for what's happening with the video and audio. There shouldn't be any interruption at all while I'm recording. So when you're done, let's say you're pretty happy with your short recording, you could just press and hold that button again, and then we'll stop recording. Now we have 26 minutes 34 seconds remaining. Sound good? Straightforward? So just remember, if there was something really cool happening right now, you wanted to record a performance, whatever, then you just simply press that button at the top, and then you'll start recording to your internal storage. You can see how much is remaining after whatever segment you've recorded. And then, you know, you just stop whenever you needed to record something. Now, the benefit of this system, having internal storage on your camera, is that whatever you're recording is at the best, highest quality. So you're not going to lose any resolution, any quality due to networking. So for example, like I mentioned before, I think I can switch back. Okay. Hello. This is what I was using before. So I got the iPhone and this little phone holder. Gonna change the layout on my iPhone to portrait. So I prefer using Moblin in this portrait style. And then perhaps I will lock the screen. Yeah, that way I won't accidentally press any buttons. I'll take this off. This is the invisible selfie stick, or what I call the lightsaber. So this little mount here gives me the ability to use a phone or the Action 4, because I've got the same quick release mount. Excuse me. I'll take off the little mini tripod that I've got and then pop you onto here. So that's what I had you on before. There's a taller tripod, pop you onto there. This one gives me a lot more height. Now, where were we? So we've got the internal storage, clean from any network glitching. So basically what your camera sees is what will get recorded. If you go into an elevator, go into a situation where there's going to be interference, then that backup, that recording to the SD card could be really key, really important. So that's where, like I mentioned, I recommend pressing the record when you need to, rather than doing it all the time, because as a live streamer you could be streaming for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 6 hours, 10 hours. And a lot of that could be just filler, where you're not doing anything. You're walking to the next location, that sort of thing. Let me test. I need to make sure that we are streaming, because from what I can tell, it looks like we are. We good. So, because I realized just before going live that I was logged out of Twitch, and I need to log back in again. Now, fortunately, I've got that all saved. Otherwise, I couldn't have used any chat commands or anything, at least to Twitch. Yo. And try one more. Hello. I have to use a chat command to send a message to YouTube. I think that's the command, YT. Only works for me. Oh, wait. No, that didn't work. Oh, hold on. Maybe I have to send it from Twitch. Exclamation mark Y. There we go, okay. Message sent. Okay, cool. Alright, things look okay. Now I do want to demonstrate something, and that's where I go into an area where I know we're going to get a disconnect. Now the one place I know that'll happen is at one of the car parks. Now rather than go right up to the very top of that car park, I think you could just go up to a couple of floors. That alone would be enough. Or maybe just go up and then down. Don't want to freak out the security guys too much. There's another car park I could try this out on, but they might not be open. I don't think they're open as late. But yeah, there is not just that way of storing a backup of your stream, and that is with an SD card. You can do it a couple of other ways as well. So let me show you. Okay, so SD card, one way of backing up your content. Pure, clean video, highest bitrate, highest everything. So that is method number one. Very easy to do. You just tap the button on the camera. Second way is with your streaming app. So outside of mobile, there is a recording button. Oh, I need to add it. So we're going to settings, going to go to display, quick buttons. Under quick buttons, you'll find, I think it is record. Yeah, so record. Where is it? There. And that'll save a recording to your phone. Now you do have one level of connectivity, and that's wireless from, two. Wireless connection 4 to your hotspot, in which case separate device, S20 Ultra, and then Ultra to the iPhone. So if you have a glitch between those two, the ingest, that's where that could show in the recording. But I don't know if you can see that now, but we do have an extra button there to record. I want to save that, so actually let's try it. I'm screen sharing. Will it work while I'm screen sharing? It might crash. Alright, if Mobin crashes, then we will just, you'll go BRB and then I'll just start up again. But we're doing one, technically a recording with the screen share, and then if we press record, it's doing a second recording. This could use up quite a bit of battery too. So I'm going to, need to put the iPhone on a charge. So I got charging cable connected to the Anchor battery bank Lifesaver for my streams. 250 watt. We are charging. Yeah, we're charging 100% battery. Says we have 8.5 hours remaining if we were to keep it plugged in, which we wouldn't need to. Okay, right, so let's try this. I'm gonna press the record button. Moment of truth. Now here's one of the purple buttons. It looks like small circle, outer circle. Bottom right hand corner of the screen share. Alright. Start recording. We are now recording inside a Moblin. We're going to press stop. Stop recording. No longer recording inside a Moblin. Alright. So there's two ways of backing up your stream. Action 4, recording inside of your streaming app, in this case Moblin, which is built in. You can go into your settings. I'll try streams, Box Cloud, recording. Oh, hold on. Override. So I can't change the details, but recording path, clean recording, so it should be minus the screen share overlay. Got all the details here if you wanted to modify them. Go back, go back. Now, check recordings, default, recordings directory. Now I'm just going to stop recording. Oh, okay, right, cool. Go back. It just goes into your photos and where the recording is saved. I haven't done that kind of backup in a long time, storing to my phone. I didn't know where it would take us. Start recording. Okay, alright. So there you go. There is our file, and it's 4950 megabytes. Not bad. Okay, so there's the second way, recording to your phone, and then the final way is, we'll keep it on. Final way is to record using OBS. I've set up something called Moblin Remote Control, OBS Control, OBS remote control, where I've got access to my OBS at home. Now, as you can see there in the top part of the screen share, we are currently streaming. You could press that stop streaming button to stop streaming in OBS. We don't want to do that. But there's a record button. Now that will actually record everything that's visible in OBS. So the overlay that I've got in Mobin, the overlays that I have in OBS. So I could record here, and we'll give it a go. I think my computer can handle it. So I'll just press start recording. So start recording. We should now be recording inside of OBS. So hello everyone. Then we're going to press stop recording, and then that'll stop recording in OBS. Now there are other ways of doing this in OBS rather than using OBS remote control inside of Mobin. You could just use a chat command. For example, I did set up some chat commands which were rec start, rec stop, something like that. So if I was to type those, let's see if I got them here as a predefined message. So if you look there, bottom of the blue whale chat commands, I've got rec start, rec stop. So if I was to press that, I don't know if I set up inside a streamer bot for OBS to start recording, stop recording, but at least got it there so I could add it later. And then finally, the last way of being able to get a backup of your stream is to just download it from, let's say, Twitch, Kick, or YouTube. Twitch and YouTube have a fairly easy way of downloading your VOD, and that's where you just go into, let's say, the Stream Manager or Studio, look at your videos or live streams, and then with the click of a couple of buttons you can start downloading your live. But it'll be the whole thing rather than just a segment. So whereas Twitch gives you the ability to make a clip or to highlight a stream, let's say there's 10 minutes or 15 minutes or whatever portion of your stream you wanted to keep as a highlight, and then Twitch gives you that ability. And I think YouTube has like a clipping feature, but technically it's more like it just jumps to that point in the VOD. I think that's how it did work. Excuse me. Now I should note, each of these layers you start losing quality. So with recording to the action camera, you got the best quality, SD card, no network glitching, nothing like that. So that's going to have the best results. As soon as you go to Mobin and recording in there, you have one level or two levels where you can have some kind of glitching happening with the ingest. And then in OBS, you've got a couple more layers where you could have glitching. So it could be glitching inside of the action camera, the ingest to the iPhone. You could have glitching from action camera to hotspot to to iPhone. You could have from iPhone to, or Mobin to Box Cloud if you're using that, and Box Cloud to your home computer. So there could be quite a few glitching in between all of those. And then finally, if you download, there could be glitching from all those other things. And between OBS and the platform. Also, the platform could be doing some compression on their end in order to make the stream as small as possible on their servers. So that's good as a last resort, but I don't recommend it. And in fact, it's been good enough for a lot of my content. Is just go, let's download a clip from Twitch, grab 10 seconds, 30 seconds from Twitch as a clip. Just download that one small part of the live stream. Use that as B-roll in a video. I'd say the things like performances where you want really good quality, that's where you'd want to go with the SD card. Makes sense? Okay, all right. So that is storage and backups with all of those things. SD card, micro SD card with the Action 4. We've got saving a video recording inside a Mobin. You've got saving a video in OBS, and you have downloading from the platform. Twitch, Kick is a little harder, and YouTube. So with Kick, usually you go to a third-party website where you pop in the URL of your Kick stream, and then you can download it from there. Now, one of them, I forget which one of them will let you download the full resolution, full everything, without reducing the quality or having a limit, that sort of thing. Basically, I just look around online to see which one of those services will give you basically your whole stream at the quality you streamed it at. Now, if I could remember which one I last used, I'd tell you, but then often with these things, they might be great at first, but then they'll change it later on so that, oh, it's no longer 1080p, it's 720 now. That's the highest we can give you, unless you want to upgrade, etc. Now, if that works for you, great. If not, that's a great thing about the internet, lots of options out there. But yeah, all right, so we're going to head over to Starship Orchestra, the public art that we went to last time. This time with the Action 4 rather than the Pocket 3, to give you an idea of how this performs in low light, sort of similar lighting conditions as last time. We're not going to be there for very long because I want to do that other test where I'm going to record hopefully all three types of, will I be able to do that? Yeah, so I want to go to a car park, hopefully. We'll go through the lift, get a disconnect of some kind. We'll have the Action 4 recording to the micro SD card. We'll have a recording to the iPhone. Hopefully we've got enough storage. And then we'll also have, let's see, iPhone, OBS recording, and then I'll just manually download from a platform. So four versions, which I could hopefully add to a video, and then we'll be able to compare between all four. I'm going to pop this on for a little bit. Now, light. How much of a difference is that going to make? Is that light on? We'll try at a brighter level. So I think that's level 2. Oh yeah, that looks better. Mossy, hey Mossy, how's it going? Do you need the YouTube Premium to download your own content? I do, so I don't know what you can see in YouTube Studio without Premium, but at least from what I can see, it's there. Yeah, so you just click on a burger menu for your video, and then you can download it. If you don't have Premium, I'd like to know if that's not an option. Essentially, you would go to, let's say, Studio on desktop, and then for one of your lives, there's like a burger menu, 3-dot menu. Click on that, and it should show you what's available. I think there's Get Info, maybe Edit, Download is one, I believe. And then I think there's a couple of other things. Yeah, I've had Premium for a while, so I don't even remember what it looked like without Premium. Seronius, hey Seronius, how's it going? How are you doing? Hope you're good. makes quite a difference, eh? With the light on. So one thing I really like about this camera and that little magnetic thing on the side is it's very easy to attach a light. Now you can't do that easily with the Pocket 3. The Pocket 4 and the Creator Combo comes with that magnetic light, which is pretty good. You're good? Nice. That's the one. I am fine. I've been sick. Hopefully gonna get rid of it soon. Been doing all the things, meds, lots of fluids, you know, all the things. Otherwise, yeah, good. Just good to get out, get some steps in, try and walk it off. I think I get sick of maybe like once a year. And it's usually around this time. Yeah, maybe it's an autumn thing, going from summer to colder weather and not dressing appropriately. Exposes, what do you mean? Do you do anything that exposes you? But yeah, the whole household got sick only a couple of weeks ago. It's taken me longer to recover. So yeah. I think that was probably it, because we're still used to the warmer weather, and in the span of maybe a week it got pretty cold fast, and now, you know, we're all multiple layers now. Ah, no, I don't think so. Train travel? Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Who knows how he gets it? I mean, I live in the city, lots of people, so, you know, just happens. That, and, you know, I'm going to improve the fitness, the health, what I'm eating, all that sort of stuff. I think that all helps. But yeah, I found it's usually for me, usually sick once a year, maybe once every other year. But you know, I'm fine otherwise, for sure, yeah. But our household has seemed to go from one person to the other, to the other, to the other, me. Yeah, it's taken me the longest to get better. But oh well, just got to power on, you know. Hopefully you will stay warm, stay healthy, look after yourself, eat good, get your exercise in, fight off those bugs. Road mics crackling, could be, are they fully wireless? How are you using them? That's a good question. Crackling. Oh, okay, alright, no worries. See you in a bit. Let's see, crackling mics. Just thinking, just trying to recall. I wonder what models. Every 2 years? Ah, okay. Yeah, I think mine's every year, and usually around now. So maybe that's it, you know, going from summer, where for us quite warm, 25 degrees, to suddenly 9, and not dressing appropriately for that change. Yeah. So I think for me it appears to be very sort of congesty-ish, you know, where it's all in the chest and phlegmy, yucky. And in the past, what I've done is I've gone to the doctors and gotten antibiotics, that sort of thing, to clear it up. But it only works if it's a bacterial chest infection. If it's viral, it doesn't do anything. And if you take too many antibiotics, they'll eventually lose their effectiveness over time. So, yeah, I've decided not to keep doing it. Because they've only got so many antibiotics to switch you to. You know, so they'll say, oh, do you have any issues with antibiotics? Can you use this one? And, oh, no, like me, I'm fine with any of them. But so I like to try and not use meds if possible. So lots of fluids. So one idea was to take, have a sip of water or a gulp of water whenever I cough. I don't have water on me right now though. So to do that, so maybe all that just as a reminder. Excuse me. Yeah, but the worst of it is over, and I was bedridden for over a week. Ugh, I hate that. I don't like being stuck in bed. And then I tried to stay in bed to try and get the rest of it out and sleep it off. But I think I'm past that. I think I'm at the stage now where it's just going to eventually go away. So I think the last time I had this kind of thing where it was all chesty and sick and stuff, and then I was complaining about it for I think weeks, and then eventually it just stopped. Welcome back, Sirenius. Oh, wait a minute, we're low on battery. Yeah, low on battery for the Action 4. So I'm going to do a hot swap. I would love to record this or show you, but it's a bit dark. I basically have this anyway on one of my videos, but I'm going to pop in. Let's try. Okay. One second. Jay plays. Hello, Morena. Morning. Well, it is evening here. How are you? Alright, let's try this. I think you can see. Alright, we've got the Action 4. Going to swipe up. We should be able to see our battery. Oh yeah, I didn't respond while we were on the ad break, so I'll get to that in a second. I do need to change my battery. So let me just do that quickly. So on 8% battery, just going to plug in. Let's see. Ah, okay, got it. Yeah, almost opposite, indeed. Yeah, I can't see anything. I'll pop in a cable to start charging Action 4. And if we have a look, you'll see that we are charging, but we are going to grab a battery out of the bag. And then take the existing battery out of the Action 4. Oh, hold on. Let me show you that it's working. this out, and then I'm going to grab the new one. Okay, new battery. Oh, okay, wrong way. Maybe that way. 100%. So that is now battery, because we've got the Hotswap done that. Going to unplug the cable, and there we go. So Hotswap complete. Excuse me. I'm going to switch back to the other camera, and then also change to portrait mode and open. Here's our stuff. So no longer need that or the mini tripod. Both of those can go in the bag. Then I'll pop it back on there. Okay. Alright, let's see. Having a look. Players, basically got myself out of bed. You remember where I live. So it is spring and 9 AM. Morning. I know it's almost opposite the year, yeah. 6 AM, 6 PM here. Sorry, I'm getting my own times mixed up. Corrupt the robot. Excuse me. Let's see. Going back a little bit. Been struggling with your road mics, cracking. Any suggestions? Sironius? I forget, you might have to remind me. What kind of mics do you have, and how are they connected to your gear? What LED light am I using? I'm using a Ulanzi light. I think it's the LM something. The specific model I don't recall. So if you were interested, I'll probably put links in the YouTube live description later. I'll update it to what I actually used today. And that way you can have a look, maybe if you can find it local, that sort of thing. But also I have a, what's it called, a small rig cage from Action 4 that gives me access to the battery compartment. So that's been super helpful in order to do a hot swap for the batteries. Otherwise, I was stuck with having to plug a cable in if I needed to extend the battery life. Okay, Sironius, you have a Rode Wireless Pro connected by USB-C to the wireless receiver. So Rode Wireless Pro. USB-C. Crackling audio. You have a Ulanzi clock? I hacked. Okay. Bella Box. Oh, okay. Bella Box USB audio with HDMI video. 1080p 60. So the receiver is USB-C into the Bella Box. Crackling audio. HDMI video. What if it's interference? I've heard that can happen depending on your encoder. So if your mic is too close to the, was it the power port? On certain models, I think the Orange Pi was one of them. I don't know if you can, but see if you can separate the wireless Go receiver from the Bella box. If you can use a cable to separate them. And see if that helps. Because I could imagine that you might have your wireless Go Pro actually connected to the Bella box. So maybe that's it. So try it. Fairly, yeah, okay. Excuse me. So crackling audio, it's usually interference, or it could be maybe the cable that's connected to the Bella box. Maybe try swapping it out. Have it up, or on the side it's hit or miss. Okay. I would experiment with, different cable. See if something could be interfering between the two. Maybe it is Orange Pi-Fi Plus? What's the encoder? You mean the settings? Yeah, try a different cable. Something that's shielded if possible. But even when I have it up, oh yeah, I read that one. LED light, I read that. Just looking through. Changeover, yeah, okay, cool. SOT issues. Maybe it could be some of your encoding settings. So it could be either video or audio. I would just try reconfiguring everything. There is a reason why you're getting interference. Could be distance, could be cable, could be, just got to try and narrow it down. And then with the cables, go for like a real shielded cabling. That might help. That's the problem with anything wireless, is they're very susceptible to interference. The crackling is something that I haven't had in a while. Just trying to remember. Now you also need to try and narrow it down. Is it between the transmitter and the receiver? Is it the receiver to the Bella? Okay, Jay Place. You have a great morning to you as well. Catch you later. Yeah. Hey, no Bruno. How are you? Excuse me. What is up? Well, answering questions. We had started off the stream going over storage, backing up your content, SD cards, saving to Moblin, saving to OBS, saving or downloading your VOD from a platform. And now we're basically answering questions. Auto game, okay. Make sure you got the latest firmware update. That's usually a thing as well. Hey, go away, bug. Good time for it as well. I want to do that test where we go through a elevator and try and get a disconnect. But firstly, I'm going to walk over to the sculpture now that it's nice and dark and we're going to see how the Action 4 performs in low light, which I'm not expecting it to do well. Let's see. So a quick reminder, we are streaming from the Action 4 and also Mopen 1080p 30. My OBS is streaming at 1080p 60. We've got 6 megabits from the Action camera to my iPhone, and then 6 megabits from the iPhone or Mopen to Bellabox Cloud and the home computer. The frame rate inside of the Action 4, I think it's 1/240th of a second, and that gives us digital stabilization. But in low light, that really suffers. We need enough low light in order to stabilize the footage well. But auto ISO, auto color, that doesn't really affect things with stabilization. But yeah, for the stabilization to work reliably, you need a lot of light, and you need at least, I was told, 1/200th of a second. But I think in order to reduce flickering lights in the background, I tried 240. Yeah, that's just the nature of digital stabilization in the Action cameras. They need at least 1/200. So if you want to go for that cinematic look, which is, let's say, 1/50, 1/60, you need a gimbal because your stabilization will fall apart. And with an Action camera, you need, the stabilization is more important. Now, I've found in some of my tests and reviewing others that the stabilization can work, it's just not reliable below 1/200. Now the reason why I've gone with 1/240 is because my camera is also streaming at 1/30 frames per second. So if I was to go with what New Zealand uses, which is the POW frequency, I know I'm getting real technical now. So everything should be, what's the word, divisible by, so if I use 25 frames per second, then everything in here would have to also match that. So let's see, my frame rate, 25 FPS, my shutter speed could be 200, 1/200 of a second, so that could work. But then I'd have to match everything else. I also noticed, even though I should be using POW frequency numbers, it hasn't made much difference here, because I think everything here uses foreign gear. Yeah, I think you understand. Yeah, because I've tried 25 frames per second, 1/200th. I was still getting flickering lights. At least from what I can tell, it seems okay using the settings. This has basically been the best numbers for me. Now, an unfortunate thing with Action cameras and pocket cameras is they're not able to completely remove background flickering. So far, things don't look too bad. So at least the lights around here don't seem to be getting much flickering. But I'm thinking this cafe we might. So let's just turn things around, get more of the cafe in frame, and we'll see. I'm waiting for the preview to catch up. Yes, no? No, seems okay. All right. Okay, we're going to go over to the public art, have a nosy. Oh, actually, I'll turn the light off. Maybe that is actually helping, because we've got some decent amount of light for our so is that level 3? So that's level 1. on the LED light and sort of looking on my tiny little preview here. Everything looks okay. I think I saw some flickering this way. Oh yeah, flickering. We'll bump the light up. Level 2. So flickering is one thing, but how about ghosting? Yeah. So the light on level 2 seems to have reduced the flickering. I wonder why. Because that's kind of like a whole different issue from ghosting, which is related to stabilization. Oh no, I see the flickering. Also, too bright. I think that's too bright. Okay, so light is going off. Light off. How are things now? I'm thinking you'll be able to see a lot more of the ghosting issue without any kind of light to help with the stabilization. So keep an eye out on what's happening in the background. It should be looking a little fuzzy. Excuse me. Usually it's most noticeable on our lamps. So how are the lamps back here? Where are they? There's a lamp. Yes, no? Or lights in buildings? Can't tell. Okay. Gonna go over to Public Art. Have a nosy. Oh, it's Airship Orchestra, not Starship. I think Starship would sound better. Okay, so I think a week ago we walked through this with the Pocket 3. So we're just going to try the same thing. Pocket 3 has its own gimbal, better and low light, that sort of thing. This is a test to see how well this gimbal will do. How's the action for doing? Okay, alright. Now, one thing I really like about the Action 4 is that it's very wide. I love that look. It could be even wider actually, but I think this look is good. So it's wide without being too wide. So we're just going to walk through. similar to what we did last time. Now, I think in terms of our settings, we were on 3200 ISO. We may have been on 6400, and I believe the Pocket 3 has an aperture of f2. I forget what this has. So should we try? I don't know if we can change it. So we've got field of view, steady, and image adjustment. So we can't change anything there. Oh, wait a minute, sharpness is 1. This should be -1, I think. Okay, so I've changed the sharpness to -1. Don't know if that's going to take effect right now. If we have to wait until... Cool. Alright. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, I think we should. How's actually? I saw what looked like a jump frame there. Alright, we're okay. Alright, so I'm going to pop you guys on the chest mount so I can be hands free. I've noticed the new placement of the mic does pick up a lot more noise. So I think I might have to switch to using the mic 2 with lavalier mic. Okay. I'll have to do a test, then we might come back. Let's see. So if you're curious, I currently have you guys on the chest mount. I found the stabilization works pretty well. I think it's just the placement of the camera being right in your core. Sort of adds a little more stabilization to everything. Excuse me. I have to remember to do the 1, 2, when we do the tests. So I need to do recording on the Action camera, recording in Mobin, recording in, 3 recordings. Let's check our storage. So you only need about 3 minutes worth. I think I cleared up some memory or storage on the iPhone. Capacity available 9. Okay, right. 9 gigs. I think that's probably my only regret with this iPhone. I should have gone with the 256 gig model. I'm always running out of storage with the 128 gig. Huh. New shop. Cha Panda. 9,000 stores worldwide. Wow, okay. Excuse me. Oh, someone's in trouble. Not me. Oh. Almost there, folks. Now, should I screen record? Actually, I don't think I will. We'll keep that clean. So the idea, I'm just going to go up, and then down straight away, won't linger. Okay. Okay, alright, so we are recording in on the Action 4. Going to press record, start recording on in Melbourne, and also start recording on the home computer. So I'm getting a lot of low bitrate messages. Sorry about the coughing, guys.
Floor 19.
Ooh. Okay. On the 19th floor, usually go right to the very top. But that's the extent of our tests. There's Auckland Sky Tower up there. We're currently 2 minutes into recording. Gonna go back into the lift. And back to level 2, I think. Lovely view up there. Seem to be doing okay now. Yep. Okay. Start broadcast. Should be able to see what I see. Excuse me. Alright, cool. We are going to go to so OBS remote control, stop recording, stop. And then we're also going to stop recording in Melbourne. And finally, on the Action 4. Cool.
그리고 이제 위로
That was it. That was our test. Good test. We'll have something that we can compare. I'll download a clip from that section too. Oh, I should have made a clip. Can I do it now? No, that was over 2 minutes long. So, a quick reminder to myself, make a highlight of that whole test. I believe someone mentioned last time that they could see a noticeable difference between each of the live streams. I think it was using the TV Go app actually. From what I've seen, when I stream from OBS, the quality is the same. Driven to serve. Hello, how's it going? How's it going? Going good. I'm a little under the weather, so my apologies for the coughing, maybe the sniffing and everything. Just did a couple of tests. I'm thinking when we went through the lift, the recording to the Action 4 would have been the best. But I don't know about the other recordings. Except I'm thinking the recording to, or the download of the file will be the worst. Yeah, so we'll have 4 different videos recording to the Action 4, which should have the cleanest. We'll have mobile recording, and we'll also have OBS recording, and finally download from a platform. Ooh, it's dangerous.
Oh yeah, fucking long before Brian Johnson, bro. Apa yang sekali?
pop a screen share on just so you can see the numbers and see. There we go. Okay, ingest 6.5 megabits ish. Stream to BellaBox 6, so both those numbers look good. Battery for the Action 4 around 70%. Our bonding, cellular and Wi-Fi 80%, 20 for cellular and Wi-Fi. So everything's looking pretty good. Pretty good numbers overall. Did we go BRB at all? Okay, so quick reminder about the gear, if you weren't here for the beginning. Today I'm using the Action 4. Action camera is generally not great in low light, but that's one of our tests we're doing today. Got an SD card in the Action 4 if we didn't need to record any content, which we've done a couple of times. For our audio, we've got the DJi mic mini. Initially we started with the iPhone's internal audio, then we did switch to the wireless mic. Big improvement there. So our video again, Action 4, audio, mic mini. I currently have you guys on a chest mount, but I have used a mini tripod and also the invisible selfie stick. Got a quick release mount in order to alternate between all three things. Mini tripod, visible selfie stick, and the chest mount. Pretty quick. So I'm streaming from the Action 4 through my S23 Ultra as a mobile hotspot to my iPhone, which has a streaming app called Moblin installed. Then from Moblin, I'm streaming back to my home computer through a service called BellaBox Cloud. So quite a lot of bits and bobs to it, and it takes some tech savviness in order to get it all up and running, but it's the cheapest option, because essentially Hi everyone, welcome to the next video in the series. We'll be covering everything you need to know about IRL live streaming. In the last couple of videos I showed you how to set up the streaming apps you need for your phone and home PC, and how to stream with 2 phones and bond multiple connections using BellAbox Cloud. Today I'm going to show you how to set up disconnect protection with NoAlps, which is an auto scene switching app for OBS. It monitors your connection or bitrate thanks to BellAbox Cloud and automatically switches OBS between your live, low bitrate and offline scenes. Are we good? So I don't know if you noticed, but it looked like our ingest was playing up. The speeds dropped below 6. Yeah, now it looks like we're okay. Ingest and the stream out of Mobin are both around 6 megabits, which is what we're after. So who knows what's going on there. Well, back to Airship Orchestra. Public art piece here in Aotea Square. Free, doesn't cost anything. It's like family friendly. It's nice. I like that they're doing things like this. Okay, let's pop you back on the selfie stick. Turn off the screen share. Okay everyone, I think that is a good place to wrap up the stream. I want to thank you all for joining me. Thanks to everyone who did jump into chat. Hopefully you have a great weekend. I may do a bonus stream, not sure if I will. Guess it depends on weather. It's been a bit yucky. We'll see. Make sure you're following, got the notifications enabled. Subscribe, that'd be appreciated. Check out the YouTube channel. And I appreciate you. So have a good one. I will see you next time.